very much, Bill. We're going to get right into the spin. And the spin concept tonight, I'll get right into it, is about the cards. Is it in the cards or is the card player? That's a good way to start, right? I mean, the cards, people say, well, I never got the cards. Well, how'd you play the cards? That's really what a concept is as far as handling any sort of adversity that you reach in your life, anything that doesn't go right. It's always that way. Great question to ask somebody when it comes down to what their attitude is on how life has dealt with them. Say, well, I'll ask this question to them. Tell me, sir, or tell me, ma'am, how has life treated you so far? And with whatever that response is, it tells you right away whether or not they have that attitude where they want to overcome any adversity or any sort of problem that comes their way. Those are the cards. See, those are the cards. And there's certain things that happen in life where you say, well, this isn't really fair. This didn't really work out. But it doesn't matter, because if you really want to be a coach, you want to be a leader, you want to achieve what you really want to go after, it doesn't matter, good or bad, you're responsible. You can't, the old saying, the football coach that stands around and says, well, what happened, coach? You lost another one. Well, if my player didn't get hurt, the guy didn't throw, an interception on the 5 yard line. Or, you read on social media platforms, you get certain people out there that are making excuses for their team. Say, well, the Yankees had trouble winning because the team didn't hit, so you can't blame the manager. No, you're supposed to win, and that's why they put you in the position. They put you there because you're supposed to win, and that's what we're all about. Herman Edwards, great example. Knock, knock. Hello, we play to win the game. We play to win. If you keep score one way or the other in life, well, if they didn't really matter who won or lost, why do you keep score? Think about these concepts as you approach your situations. One of the things that happens to a lot of people, they look at a problem and they think it's bigger than it actually is. A great self-talk is this one. I'm good at breaking large obstacles down into smaller pieces which are easier to handle. And I never let any problem appear to be larger than it actually is. See, that's somebody with their head on their shoulders. That's somebody that really can understand what's going on and understand not to get too excited about a situation. Another great quote is this one: nothing is ever as bad as it seems, right? And nothing is ever as good as it seems. So therefore, you shouldn't jump off the ledge because it didn't work out the first time. And don't go doing cartwheels and giving yourselves all kinds of high fives and think that you got it made because things are going good. You got to stay at an even keel. You got to be positive, but you got to stay positive all the time. I heard this one before. Makes a lot of sense. One of the hardest things you could possibly do in life is to be positive. It's easy to be negative. It's easy to be down in the mouth and all upset and brooding around. But the toughest thing in the world to do is to be positive. Don't believe me? Look around. How many positive people do you see? How many people do you say that are extolling the virtues of how great of a day it was today? How many people are complimenting other people all the time and saying how glad they were able to spend some time with them? That shows you how tough it is to be positive. That shows you also how easy it is to be negative. There's the one thing that happens with people, that when they finally break through and things start happening for them, they just start getting sick and tired of being sick and tired. I heard this once before a long time ago. Great motivational talk person gave, and he was talking about Alcoholics Anonymous. How alcoholics basically, when they're drinking, they wake up and they're sick, and then they're real tired. He said the way that somebody gets off of the alcoholism, or they get into the AA and they start improving their life, is because they make a decision. They just say, I'm sick of being sick and tired. Well, see, a lot of people that wind up getting themselves out of a rut or get themselves going in life have made a decision that they're not going to tolerate what's going on in their life. They're going to work harder to make it better. And that's where we got to be right now. No matter what's going on in your life, you got to say, I'm not going to put up with it. I'm going to do something about it. And one of the worst things you can ever do is sit around and mope and cry and say things aren't fair. That's the easiest way to end it for yourself. You got to be positive. You got to be upbeat. You got to look for the good. You got to make sure that what's going on in your life, if it's not good, is temporary. You got to have that perspective. You got to have that positive attitude. Understand this too. Whenever you make a decision, remember there's 6 steps, but the most important parts are the ones you put in your head. The first one is number one, you make a decision and you ask yourself, am I supplying myself or am I meeting a real need? Have I explored the options and have I really thought it through? Now we're a couple weeks away from one of the biggest elections in the history of your life. Don't let anybody kid you that this isn't a big election. This is huge. And ask yourself 3 questions right in your head. Number one, is it meeting the real need? When you decide to pull the lever, whoever you vote for, is that person, is that situation that you're going to walk yourself into, is that meeting a real need by making that decision? Have you explored your options? Do you know that you know that you know what's really going on? And number 3, have you thought it through? If I do X, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? And then what? And then what? Keep going. Play the whole scenario out. If I'm driving down the road and I cut a guy off, what's going to happen then? Well, the other guy might wind up cutting this guy off and things will be a big mess. But if you don't think it through, you might never cut that guy off. And that would be the best thing. Or if I walk up to this person and ask them this question right now, what's going to happen? They might say yes. That might be able to help them. All those things are real important when it comes to making a decision. That's how important the next 21 days or whatever it is now before you pull the lever, or maybe you pulled the lever already. But whatever it is, stay focused, stay positive, and appreciate every breath you have on this earth, because we never know when the next one's going to go away, and we never know when you might wind up losing it. Great talking to you. Wish we could have spent more time, but keep yourself positive and focused. And have yourself a great night, everybody. Take care now. Bye bye.